Hi, good evening. Today topic is about EC2 SAD instance and how the tenancy, what are the different types of tenancy in the advanced settings of EC2 service. Okay, so in the case of tenancy model, we have tenancy. We have three. One is shared instance. Dedicated instance, dedicated host. First, let us discuss what is meant by shared instance. So, shared instance, as the name itself, whenever we are uh, launching an instance on the AWS with the EC2 service, by default it is a shared instance. So a shared instance means that the instance will be uh, in the virtual machines will be shared among the uh, physical layer. It means uh, the AWS is maintaining this physical hardware. So the several customers can launch their instance on the single physical hardware. So that is shared instance. The case of dedicated instance, it means that suppose some customers want to launch their instance on a particular dedicated hardware. So AWS provide these features. For example, banking person, they want to install, launch their instance on the physical hardware dedicated for a particular account, then the dedicated instance tenancy we can opt. The third one is dedicated host. Dedicated host means the customer can be given the entire physical hardware setup itself. They will allow to access even the physical hardware. So so that the customer can do whatever installation, everything they can. It's fully controlled by the customer, but the cost is very high. And as well as here, for example, if you want to do some Oracle application install, Oracle database, there we have the licensing things, so we can go for such a dedicated host for this Oracle type of database related things. Yeah. So this is again the same concept mentioned in this shared instance. This is mainly for shared instance, mainly for um, web applications where cost efficiency, that is by default it is shared instance. In the case of dedicated instance, for example, the financial institutions, like as I mentioned, banking side, we can they can go for this dedicated instance. Um, but here the as I mentioned, the virtual machine still maintained by the AWS. The dedicated host here, the entire physical core or everything will be given to the access given to the customer, so they can use for Oracle database with the license conditions. They can go for this dedicated host. Okay, next is pricing model. This is just a recap. So on-demand instance, this is for example, if you want to do some 2-day data migration tasks, and we don't have any interruption on this service, they can go for on-demand instance, even though cost is little high. Then reserved instance here, the instance will be reserved for particular year, the whole year, 1 or 3 years. Then they can go for a reserved instance. Mainly it is for hosting a backend APIs. Spot instance, it is mainly for if even though if there is any interruption, it's if you the customer decide it's okay to have that type of interrupt, they can go for spot instance as it is very low cost as well as the customer the Amazon will provide great offers, but the only issue is they will give to other customers when they get a good bid with giving only the 2 minutes notice period. So it is so here if you want to execute some highly image processing tasks, then we can go for this type of spot instances. The case of capacity reservation, if you want to in future, if you want to reserve a particular instance, it needs to be installed the launched on particular zone, availability zone. Without any long-term commitment, we can go for this capacity reservation. So these are the simple comparison between shared, dedicated, and dedicated host. Here, first hardware sharing. Here, these in this shared tenancy instance. Here, it is shared by multiple customers. Dedicated ends only for one account only. The dedicated host, this is also only one account only. Physical host control. Here the AWS will control. Dedicated instance, it is limited. Some permissions the AWS will allow the customer to do it. Dedicated host, it is fully given the control to the customer. The cost wise, the shared instance will be very low cost, and the dedicated instance medium, or dedicated host is will be a very high cost. Um, in the case of uh, bring your license, bring your license. Bring your own license support. Here, shared it is limited. Here, dedicated instances, some license they can give, but dedicated hosts, full license they will be given. So bring your own license. So as this dedicated host, the physical hardware fully given to the customer, they can use their own license fully. Uh, So instance placement is it is AWS controlled. Dedicated instance it is also AWS controlled. Here in the case of dedicated host, user controlled. Okay. See, so these are the main important points in the case of what is mean by shared instance and dedicated instance and dedicated host. Okay. Thanks for listening. See you. Bye.